cadaver. So I had this really bad fear that, like, I was going to have, I dreamed I got Kuru, which apparently doesn't exist anymore, when they cut the head open because the brain was still in my cadaver and they needed it for the second years. And so they cut it and I inhaled the bone dust and about threw up and then had a dream that night that I got Kuru. So I was not looking forward to the cadaver.
You should not worry about keeping your hair, going to the gym all the time. You should not worry about having too much free time. You should not worry about keeping in touch with your friends from home because you will drop off the face of the planet for 11 months until anatomy is over. Just be ready for that.
Don't worry about your grades, just don't do it. Honestly, like, the amount of credits you have in your first year, even if grades technically matter to you, is nothing compared to how many credits they'll be worth your second year, your third year, and fourth year. So in the whole big scheme of things, it's maybe, 1/50th of your grade point average, I would say.
I wouldn't worry about getting honors and everything. I know everyone who's, did really well in undergrad here, and they're always worried about, getting the best grades and all that stuff. But if you do that, you're gonna stress yourself out. So just learn as much as you can, and don't worry about the number at the end of the day. Make sure you pass, but don't worry too much if you don't get honors the first time. I mean, if you can get it, that's great, but if you can't, then don't stress out about it.
I mean, if you ask any attending in the hospital, they will tell you, don't worry about your grades in the first year. So, my advice to you, just learn the material and get it done.
One thing you shouldn't worry about in your first year is learning everything. Don't try to cram everything about your life in the future. Don't try to just completely destroy yourself with thinking about every little detail of the future. You got to kind of be the Jason Bourne of the student at this point. You got to realize that a lot of stuff might be out of your control. At the same time, a lot of stuff is in your control. Study, do the best things that you can. Don't worry about being underprepared, because if you're underprepared at this point, everyone at this point is very, very smart. It just depends how much work you want to put into it. So you want to push yourself a little bit more, get that honors. That's what you are going to have to do. So don't worry about little stuff. Don't kill yourself to get 100% on everything, because you're not going to. You're not going to be the best in every subject. There's a lot of very, very smart people here. You're not going to be the 100% in physical exams. Never be afraid to make mistakes. This is why you're here. You're not here because you're already a doctor. Don't be intimidated. Don't always ask questions. That's the whole point of being here. So really don't worry about making mistakes is my main thing. Always remember that you're here for learning.
Don't worry about anything. You made it to med school. Yay!